I did spend a bit more time on this dry flange, and I did weld up the marks and imperfections in there and remachined it. As I've said, all this does, it presses inside a bearing, nothing rotates on here, nothing runs on there. Those marks in there make no difference at all to the performance of the hub. Nothing can happen, but you're right, it does look better. I've been doing some videos for a company called Artec on a MIG welder. I've been playing around with different lenses trying to get better arc shots. I've got some what I think are decent arc shots, one particular MIG weld on aluminium. I'll put that in towards the end, and also my method of testing the weld, which it certainly proves to be effective. The lathe work's all finished on this now. What I need to do is machine a flat across the top and then drill in 8 drill top and 8 BSP hole, one in the centre and one 20mm either side of it. The drawing doesn't specify what the flat on the top should be, but I won't take too much off because I do need to keep plenty of thread depth. The 8 BSP will be a tapered thread anyway, so it'll not be seen on a flat face, it'll be going into a tapered thread. If it was a heavier or a bigger thread, I would put this in a couple of V blocks, but I'm sure the vise will be more than strong enough to hold it in place just for the small 8 BSP thread. There's something satisfying about using one of these old Thor hide hammers. You've got all your modern synthetic materials and they use animal hide of all things in there, the same as they've used for do you know how many years. I suppose if it works, don't fix it. The Thor hammer company, made in England. Right, back to the job in hand. The next 3/4 inch cutter here will do the job quite splendidly. Run it nice and slow and take my time. I'm not going to bother putting full water on for just the one job and make such a mess in here. It's quite a reasonable speed. Just gently touch it off. 25 thou cut. Say a bit more than that. 50,000, that should probably be enough to still plenty of material left on the threads. Right, next thing is to find the centre and drill and tap the 3 holes. I need to find the centre of the piece of bar, centre line that way. I'm just going to use the edge finder on each edge of the jaw, base jaw, to do the, bring it across until it stops moving, and it moves off like that. Zero the axis, take it the other way, so it stops moving, then it kicks off like that. That gives me a reading of 26, half of 26 is 13. Right, so that puts us right in the middle. Lock axis off like that. Right, next we need to find the centre of this. We know it's 100mm long. If we touch the pin off on one end, the pin's 4mm, half of 4mm is 2. So we're winding it along 52mm, that's going to put it in the middle. There's just a little rag on there where the milling cutters went across it. Just gently take the rag off. Better. Right, so we need this. Right, it's not moving there. Just kicked off. I've zeroed the x-axis, it's now a simple case. Winding that in. Go 2mm first. That's half the thickness of the pin. That puts it right on the end, and then 50. It'll be 52. And it's not that critical for what it's got to do, but we might as well get as accurate as we can. It's always good practice to use the gear. Okay, next thing is the centre drill. I've zeroed both axes on the DRO, so I know I've now got to go 20mm either side of the zero. And if you look at it, it even looks like it's in the middle. If it looks like it's in the middle, you normally find it will be. Right, we've got 20mm. There. Then back to 0 and 20mm the other way. DRO makes don't have the job like this, drilling so easy. You can do it with it. The handles on the machines do a problem, but it is easier to use DRO if you've got one. It's no more accurate, it's just easier. Right, the tapping drill for 8th BSP is 11/32, which is near enough 8.5, it's actually 8.6mm. I've definitely got a good 8.5mm drill. That's the first one, so I'm back to 0. That's the 8 BSP tap I'm going to use. You can see it's got a little centre in the back, which means you can put a centre like that in the drill chuck just to hold the tap nicely in line. I've been meaning to make a spring loaded tap follower for ages and I still haven't gotten around to doing it. That goes in the hole and that simply goes down into the little centre mark in the back of the tap, and it can be nothing else but straight. I'm keeping a little bit of pressure on the hand on the coil just to get the tap started nice and straight. It's well away, well started there. It's a fairly new tap, so it's cutting quite easily. Right, we've got a nice clean shiny thread. Simple case of moving along to 0 again and do the other one. You need sort of project actually to make a tap follower. I'm just keeping a little bit of weight on the quill handle. Just going to run a countersink to take any burrs out. I'm just going to turn the countersink by hand. At least turn the pulley on the top of the mill by hand, that's all it needs. It just finishes the job off, taking away any sharp edges. Makes it look finished. Right, that's the job done. It didn't really take that long at all. Nice clean shiny threads, everything's in the middle lined up, looks quite nice. I'm sure I'll be happy with that. I think I might try and get down to his shop and see what he's going to use it for. It is some sort of, it's a manifold for some of the hydraulic he's busy working on or modifying. Right, that really welded nice, no doubt about it. I'll do a little bit of a test on that now. That's the weld we've just done. There's only one side being welded. We'll do a little bit of it's still warm. We'll do a little bit of a test on it. There's several methods of testing welds, but this one seems to give a pretty instant result. I think you've got to agree that there's not a great lot the matter with that, really, is there? So that's welded on 13 amps by a mechanic that pisses about. Once again, it just remains to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and massive thanks once again for all the well wishers that are still coming in towards my wife Deb and my dad. Thanks very much.